to do is stay a minute. Just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do
Hey friends, this is take 25 of the Unrooted Men's and Women's Volleyball Edition with me.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Women's Volleyball Edition, and my guest for this week's show is none other than senior outside hitter on the volleyball team, Bailey Gamez. Bailey, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me, and shout out to Mag McDonald. Thanks for nominating me.
For throwing you under the bus?
Yeah, throwing me under the bus.
Let's start by getting to know you a little bit better. You are the lone four-year Oak on this year's team and one of just two seniors. That means, obviously, this is your final season playing here at Menlo. And we're going to start off on a heavy note here. Has it hit you yet that this is the end?
No. Except for yesterday at practice, we count how many weeks we've been going, and we are now at 7 out of 14 weeks. So I look at Denise and I said, that's halfway through our season. And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, woo! And so, like, I won't lie, I started getting like a little bit like, okay, now it's hitting me. Because at the beginning it didn't. I was like, oh, just another year. But definitely at the end of it all, it will hit me. And I don't know how it'll be, but it's definitely been a good year so far. And I've loved my last season.
Now, you came to Menlo after spending your high school years at Newark Memorial High School, just across the bay. Mm-hmm. You also played softball there, and you were a team manager here at Menlo College your freshman season. I somehow remember that. What position did you play?
I was a catcher.
You were a catcher.
Yeah.
What was that grind like?
Oh my gosh. It was different. I played softball longer than I played volleyball. I started softball when I was 4, and I didn't start playing volleyball until 7th grade year. So I've had more experience with softball, and I liked it and put a lot of time into it, and my family thought I was going to go to college for softball. So they definitely love that I changed it for volleyball. It has been a positive experience, but I was a catcher, and I mainly just got to focus on catching. It was fun, and I enjoyed it, and made a lot of great relationships out of playing softball. So it's definitely, when I came here my freshman year, I wanted to kind of continue it. So being able to help out with the women's softball team here and just contribute where I could, it was an awesome experience. And I built another, athletic friend group out of just being on the volleyball team. I was a part of the softball team that year, and I still say hi to the girls, and I'm close with some of them still. So it was a great experience.
Now, what led to your decision to pursuing volleyball collegiately as opposed to softball?
Well, it's an indoor sport. It's
you don't want to be outdoors in the conditions.
No, I mean, I love outdoors, but like, I loved volleyball. I felt like I connected with it way more, and I felt like I strived better, and I was successful with it, and just loved growing with it. My family loves it, and like, we're a big volleyball family now. My sisters play, and it's just it's been a fun experience.
I think Menlo College is probably happy that you chose volleyball over softball.
Definitely. I mean, I love it so far, so I mean, it's coming to an end, but It's been good.
I know Coach Sheldon likes that, and she said on the opening show that you were the quintessential mama duck figure on the team. Your thoughts?
I would agree. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I do things in a motherly aspect, not intentionally. It just kind of happens. I just like to look out for people, and especially like my teammates. Like, I look out for them a lot, and I want what's best for them in every aspect. And we're just, this year, out of all, we're just one big family, and we look out for each other and just support each other. And that's where I think my motherly role comes in, and just making sure like everyone's okay. Like, do we need anything? And so, I mean, I would agree, and I take pride in taking on that role. I won't lie. Like, I like the role I have, and yeah.
You like being team mom?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I like helping out. I'm a big helper with people.
Now, does that come back from being the only 4-year Oak on the team?
It could. I mean,
and you've been here longer than anybody else, so you've seen it all. You've seen more than everyone else.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's just being that person that, like, I've been here the 4 years. Like, you could turn to me and ask me a question that, maybe some other people can't answer, and I'm willing to help, and I'm always willing to be open because I have been here for 4 years. And it's crazy to think that, like, 4 seasons ago I was a freshman, and that I was looking up to my senior captains and wondering, like, and they were helping me out, and how it'd be and now I'm in that position, and I'm trying to do my best to be that person for my freshmen and the people below me, and just kind of lead them in the right direction.
Let's talk a little bit about the team now. We knew it was going to be a tough road trip for Menlo, going down on the road against 2 tough GSAC opponents. You took both the Royals and the Lions to 4 sets on Friday and Saturday. What kind of grind was that like?
It was definitely a grind. It was a great experience. I think it was our first time being away from home for a while. We've been very fortunate to be home for a while and had the support of, our fellow classmates and other teams and professors there. And the road trip was a little tough one, but in the end we still played great volleyball. Our game against Vanguard was unbelievable. We fought till the end. We fought till the end with hope, and I know it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but we're excited for when they come back here, because we're working hard for this week of volleyball. We have 3 home matches versus Santa Cruz, Masters, and Westmont, and we're excited to be back at home, but we're getting prepared to be back on the road again, and find the happy medium of we love being home, but we have to find it and make it a home environment when we aren't at home.
Yeah, and I like how you talked about how competitive you guys were early in those 2 sets, because really, you guys were splitting those early sets against Vanguard and against Hope International.
Yeah.
What changed midway through?
I think it's just like little things here and there that were controllables for us, but we weren't controlling, and different environments, and trying to shake off stuff. Sometimes it's hard. You get shanked, and you're just like trying to think of the next play, and sometimes you can't shake it off. It's a huge mental game of volleyball, but I think we were neck and neck for the longest time, and we were keeping up with big rallies and hammering balls down, and I think we're going to practice more on playing our game instead of we scout a lot of teams and trying to mix in and do what they do, instead of kind of just staying and doing what we do best. Because out of all the years, this has been the best year. We've connected so well together, and we're playing great. We call Menlo volleyball, and we play the way that we play, and we dictate how we play. And so we're trying to override that and not play the way other teams play, but just play how we want to play.
And from having talked to multiple of you ladies so far this season, that's been the one constant theme.
Yes.
Coming together, the chemistry, and everything's just kind of snowballing, but in a good way so far.
It's amazing. It's been such a great experience, and we're just open for everything. Starting a new fresh season, some of us, like me and Hannah, it's our last year, so we're just trying to go all out and give it everything we got. But everyone's been buying into the whole aspect of being this one team and doing it for each other. And it's not an individual sport. We're just working for each other, and we're here to support each other. And I think it's been such a great outcome, and everyone's noticing it, and so are we, and we're loving the way the chemistry has been and how we're changing the dynamic of the team this year.
One player that's really come on a lot as of late, Sophia Salim. She had 19 kills over that road trip. How has she been able to elevate her game here in recent weeks?
It's amazing. So she got hurt early on, twisted her ankle a little bit, but ever since then she's been working hard to come back, and she's come back, and it's totally shown. She's been killing it on the court. She's helped the team out in every aspect. She brings this little fire that, and she's just so excited to be here and on the team and play on that court. And when it shows, she goes balls out and just dominates. She's not afraid to take hard swings. It shows. Everything she does, she works hard at.
Killing it literally on the floor.
Yeah, 19 kills and counting.
A lot of players this year have had minor switches in their positions, you included, as to where you're playing on the court. How difficult has it been to make that adjustment so late into your career, but also how has it paid off?
It has its moments of being challenging. A lot of us have been switching around, and it's been a good experience because you're getting different views of the court and different views of positions. And I think the biggest thing that's helped us is support from our teammates. I've been playing middle, and Emily Sonata has been helping me so much with changing the way I'm looking from the middle position as opposed to the outside position, or just help me with little things that I know that I'm messing up on, but she knows that I can get to and do it, like closing the block or taking those full swings. And knowing that even though I haven't played in it, that even though a lot of us haven't played in positions, we're not using that as an excuse. We're just going hard and just doing the best we can, because as a team we know that we're all in new positions, but we're all working hard to do what's best for the team and to challenge each other, because that's the only thing we can do when we play against each other is play hard and just challenge each other to do great things.
You'll look to be doing that this week here. You're back at home, like you mentioned earlier. 3 matches, 2 conference matches this weekend. And you kind of touched on it earlier. You really enjoyed being at home early on to receive that early support. So after going on the road and losing a couple of sets, now coming back home, how good does that feel?
It's a great feeling because we've had a lot of great support from our fans this year. We've had a lot of great number of crowds the past few home games we've had, and I think it brings a different environment for us. Like, it's like a powerhouse. Like, we're here to defend our house and everyone's here behind us. Like, it's just a good feeling to have. Although, like, you know, we don't have that away, we're trying to make it that way. Like, we're trying to make it, even if we're away, we still have that support. And it showed, like, we've had people that stream our games a lot that they'll like Snapchat us and be like, we're watching, and knowing that that's a big support system for us. But being home, I think it's just, at any time, it's great to be home. You have the fan support, you know, you're in like your environment that you're comfortable with and everything. So to play 3 matches this week at home, it'll get us back in a rhythm, and it'll get us back feeling good again and getting ready to dominate back on the road.
And then you get to play 2 more matches next week at home also. Yes. You're not traveling until October.
Exactly.
When, unfortunately, then October, you're gone almost the entire month.
Most of it, yeah.
Then it will be really put to the task.
Yeah, so we've been very fortunate, but it's good. I think this will help us, and then once October hits, we'll be prepared for anything.
All right, Bailey, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 random questions. You give me your best answers.
All right.
Question number 1. I had to go deep into the Menlo archives to find this one. I dug up an old questionnaire. You said your favorite athletes were, anyways, J.J. Watt, Joe Panik, and Klay Thompson. This was from, I believe, 2 years ago.
Yes.
Which of those 3 do you think would be the best at volleyball?
I'd say Klay Thompson.
Why?
I feel like J.J. Watt's just really big. Like, I don't think he could move around as well on the court. Joe Panik could, but I feel like Klay Thompson just has that athletic ability that could surprise a lot of people, and he'd be able to handle the ball well.
He's got the jumping ability at the net. So he's got the size advantage over Joe Panik, and the athleticism maybe a bit over J.J. Watt, although I really don't know if I'd want to see J.J. Watt jump up and spike one in front of your face.
Nope, that would be horrible.
I'm going to back away.
Yeah.
And I'll just let him take the point.
I mean, his vertical could be pretty high, and like you do not want to block against him. He could probably break your hands, who knows?
He'll break your entire body.
Exactly.
With one swing.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Out for the season. Didn't want that.
Out for your life.
Exactly.
Which teammate has the biggest obsession with pizza?
Brooke Burgos. She Snapchats me all the time, and it's the same pizza from Oasis. I want to say it's like almost like chicken barbecue Alfredo pizza with bacon on it. Like all the time I get Snapchats, and I'm always like, invite me over. Like, I love pizza, but she has the biggest obsession with pizza, if anyone does.
And so she doesn't invite you over?
No.
Why?
It's her and Efrain all the time.
We're gonna have to change that. Okay, so we got the chicken bacon Alfredo, whatever that was.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I'm a combination person. I love veggies on my pizza. I like all pizzas, but combinations by far my favorite.
Does pineapple go on pizza?
See, I like it, but a lot of people hate it.
All right,
if I go to Pizza My Heart, I get a slice of like combination and a slice of ham and pineapple.
See, we're good because I like the ham and pineapple. It's fine. I have no problems with you now. We can continue this.
I'm glad we're friends.
We can continue because I was going to shut this down, and we're done. We're done. I'm out of here.
How many points lost?
Yeah. Question number 3, last one. Which teammate has the best karate moves?
Oh my gosh.
Does anyone have any karate moves?
I don't even know. I feel like Mo. She's very like, she's into yoga, so she's able to like do handstands on her own and do all these crazy movements. So I feel like her karate moves would be so on point. And she jumps super high. She'd just be able to fly through the air with these awesome moves. If I think of anyone, it's I'm pretty sure. Yoga
is probably the closest thing we're going to come up to karate, so I guess it's a natural comparison. We'll just say that and run with it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Bailey, thanks so much for joining me on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. And folks, the Oaks are at home, so you have 2 opportunities to come out and see them. You can see them either inside the pavilion, or you can stream them live on MenloAthletics.com. I will actually be on the call this week of a few games because
Very nice.
I'm back and I'm not in Maryland, so that's exciting. When I'm not, Ryan Barnett will be taking over the reins and doing some action solo. 3 games this week for the Oaks. Wednesday, well, that's going to be before this is posted online. They're taking on the Slugs of UC Santa Cruz, and then the 2 big matchups this weekend in conference play. Friday the 22nd, the Masters University at 7 o'clock inside the Prim. Saturday the 23rd against Westmont, ranked 5th in the nation. That one first serve set for 2 o'clock. It's a 5-game homestand currently for the Oaks. We invite you to tune into next week's show. Bailey Gamez will select the next interviewee here on Unrooted Women's Volleyball Edition with me, Brian Brownfield. Until then, we'll see you next week, and take care.
Thanks, guys.
All you have to do is stay a minute, just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is